Hey guys, Professor Bill, Comic Book University, and Star Trek The Q Conflict. This was a genuinely exciting book. There was a moment where my heart swelled. You might have figured that one out if you read this one. Okay, here we go. So we got The Q Conflict, written by the Tipton brothers, Scott and David. Pencils by David Messina. Inks by Elisabetta D'Amico. D'Amico. Sorry. Alexandria Alexis did the colors, and Neil Uyatake did the letters. And blam! This comic, dude, let me tell you something. So it starts off with just the Next Generation, because that's the one I think everybody's the most familiar with. Yeah, Captain Kirk, shut up. More specifically, everybody's more familiar with these guys being dealing with Q. Q has showed up in the Deep Space Nine and the Voyager series before, is what it is. But Enterprise, that's the one where we really, Star Trek: The Next Generation, where Q's really shown up and caused the most havoc. Although probably the funniest was always with Janeway. Anyway, so yeah, Q's got a problem. There's 3 other Q-level races that are fighting each other, and these fightings in the Q realms, they're started by the Qs, of course, because pride, ego, and they get into with each other. But these fights wind up flaring up and coming into other areas of space, namely this one area in the Beta Quadrant where solar flares, not just solar flares, supernovas start up. Stars that were supposed to have another 9,000 years or something like that, within a matter of 2 days. Boom. Like, really bad, dude. Really bad. All sorts of events happen, and Picard winds up calling out. It's like, okay, open hailing frequencies on all channels. Q, what the frick are you doing? Eventually, Q shows up. And, yeah. So, as you can expect, like, all of this is just pretty much clockwork. We're waiting for the stuff to happen. Q is like, okay, well, you think you humans could do it better? Okay, fine. We'll have you humans fight it out for us. And if you won't, that's just fine. We'll just continue our battles. But this time, instead of in Q space, we'll do it right here at the prime material plane. How about that? So, yeah. What else is Picard going to do? Now, there's these 4 different Q power leveled races. Okay, so Q, of course, takes Captain Picard, but Captain Kirk and his crew show up because one of the groups pick him. Another group winds up picking Janeway and her Voyager crew, and yet another group winds up picking up the Deep Space Nine crew with Captain Sisko. This was gorgeous. You got like Dax there, and Spock, and you got Chakotay, and you got freaking Riker. You name it, man. All these guys are there. 7 of 9 is there, and yes, she is in proportion. I have always been in love with Jerry Ryan. Just saying. Even when she was on Boston Public, that was fun. Okay, but all that good stuff aside, the moment where they all met each other, I didn't expect it to be so beautiful. Like, my heart swelled. All right, you know what? It's like, how big did the Grinch's heart get? How big did the Grinch's heart get? All right, when all of a sudden, he finally realized the true message of Christmas in Whoville with the Who's. Like, that's how I felt. My heart grew to like 4 times its size. I'm like, oh, this is actually something I've wanted to see forever. Oh, and hold on a second. It's going to potentially get even better. I don't know if this is better or worse. I'm not sure yet until it actually goes into practice. But the Tiptons writing this, and in the Tiptons I trust when it comes to Star Trek. That's real talk, baby. The captains are the ones that are the leaders of the team, but they get to pick their teams. So they might wind up Janeway might decide to pick Spock to come over and join her side. You know what I'm saying? You never know. So, imagine freaking Kirk with Worf. Like, what? Oh my God, that would be crazy. Janeway's like, Data, I've always wanted to have a conversation with you. You remind me of this, of the Doctor, but also like my friend Da Vinci. Like, holy crap, are you kidding me right now? This could go out of control, and I'm in love with this. So this is the comic book that I was looking forward to and still did not realize how much I needed this in my life. this was a heart swell when I saw them communicating. I don't know how long this is going to last. I don't know how deep this is going to get, but this is pure insanity, and I need this in my life. Because like I said, I've been really wanting to see a Voyager comic book for a little while now. I don't know how well it will sell. It is what it is, but I finally get to see my Voyager characters in a comic book. And I know there's been other comic books out there before with them, and I just never got my hands on them, whatever. But yeah, this genuinely makes me happy. Oh man, I'm looking forward to this so much. All right, guys, I'm out. Professor Bill, Comic Book University. Class dismissed.